Hi, it's Grandpa from Grammy and Grandpa Read, and today we have a book called Scamp to the Rescue. These are the kids from Lady and the Tramp. So it's a Walt Disney book, and it's a Random House of New York book. Here we go. Jim and his wife Darling live in a cozy house. Their dogs, Lady and Tramp, live with them. Lady and Tramp have 4 puppies, Fluffy, Ruffy, Scooter, and Scamp. Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter sleep curled up in their basket. It is lined with soft red cloth. They bark quietly, they play ball quietly, and they walk slowly and gracefully. But Scamp is different. He jumps off tables and he chases after birds. Sometimes he makes Jim very angry. Jim likes Scamp to bring him his slippers, but Scamp always runs away with them instead. One day, Aunt Sarah came to visit. "I would like to take all the puppies to the park," she said. "Wonderful," said Darling. "Come along," said Aunt Sarah. As they walked to the park, Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter stayed beside Aunt Sarah, but Scamp ran on ahead. It was a nice day and many people were in the park. Aunt Sarah sat down on a bench to read. Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter played quietly beside her, but Scamp ran off. "Come back," shouted Aunt Sarah. Scamp did not stop running. He almost knocked over a man with a cane. Then he ran through someone's picnic lunch. Aunt Sarah was very angry. "Come here, Scamp," she cried. But Scamp kept running. He ran over to the lily pond and barked at the ducks, the frog. He frightened them away. There's the frog. Then he dug a hole in the flower garden. "You bad dog," shouted Aunt Sarah. She shook her umbrella at him. "I will take you home at once." But Scamp ran away from Aunt Sarah. She chased him, but he was faster. He ran around a bend and was soon out of sight. Scamp ran back to where Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter were playing. He hid behind some tall grass because he wanted to surprise them. Just then, a strange man and woman drove up in a car. They got out of the car with a plate of cookies. Come have a cookie, little puppies," they said. Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter came closer. Then the man and the woman pulled out a big bag and popped the puppies inside. Scamp watched quietly. What would happen next? The man put the bag in the back of the car. The bag was tied with a rope, and the puppies were inside. Aunt Sarah had not come back. When the man and woman drove off, Scamp chased after them. The car moved very fast, but Scamp kept running. He ran past a fruit stand on a corner. Where are they taking Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter? He wondered. The man and the woman turned the corner. Scamp ran faster. He did not want to lose them. Just then, a truck roared around the corner. Poor Scamp hurried to get out of the way and tumbled onto the sidewalk. Then he rolled right into the fruit stand. The fruit went flying in all directions, and the owner shouted at Scamp. "You bad dog," the man said. He picked up a broom and chased Scamp away. When Scamp stopped running, he found he was in a strange part of town. He sniffed the ground as he walked along. He thought he could smell Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter. Then Scamp came to a large wooden fence. He did not know what to do next, so he turned to the right. Just then, he thought he saw the car the strange man and woman had been driving. Scamp ran to the corner to get a closer look. It was the car. It was parked across the street in front of a big house. Scamp ran across the street to the fence around the house. Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter were behind the fence. They looked very sad. Aunt Sarah was still in the park. She looked everywhere for Scamp. Then she went back to the bench where she had left the other puppies, but they were not there. "Oh dear," she cried. Aunt Sarah walked through the park calling for the puppies, but they did not come running to her, as they usually did. She even looked behind a bush, but only a squirrel was there. Finally, Aunt Sarah went home to tell Jim and Darling that the puppies were lost. I looked everywhere for them, Aunt Sarah said sadly. We must call the police, said Jim. Darling began to cry. Lady and Tramp were very worried about their puppies. By this time, Scamp had run to the fence. Fluffy, Ruffy, and Scooter were so happy to see him. Scamp knew how to get them out. He began to dig a hole under the fence. Scamp dug and dug. Dirt was flying in all directions. Soon he made a deep hole that went under the fence. Fluffy crawled under the fence first. Then came Ruffy. Scamp barked happily. Finally, Scooter was out too. Suddenly, the strange man came to the window. He saw the puppies running away. "Come back here," he shouted. But the puppies were already far away. The 4 puppies ran home. Scamp led the way. They raced up the steps to their house, and Scamp scratched on the door and barked. Jim opened the door. He was so happy to see the puppies. "Thank goodness you are all safe," he said. Now the family was back together again. Somehow Jim, Darling, and Aunt Sarah knew that Scamp had saved the other puppies. They were very proud of Scamp. Lady and the Tramp were proud of Scamp too. They know he is a very special dog, even though he gets into trouble once in a while. Oh, good old Scamp saved the day. If you like this book, smash the like button down below. Give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel of Grammy and Grandpa Read, and watch our playlist for dogs and our playlist for Disney. Have a great day.